Hello, everybody, and Smole. How are you
Hey,
doing? Welcome
I'm good.
to We're Testing Rumble Studios. This is not my first time testing it, but Mousey's never played with the Rumble Studios, so she doesn't know all the fun quirks and features. So we're going to do everything we can to teach her this very simple interface. Might even be allegedly simpler than using StreamYard because they don't have as many features. Thank you to the 13, 12, whatever people that were hanging out on the Rumble waiting for us while we are super super late. I don't think when I schedule for the YouTube through the Rumble Studio, it pops up like the stream. It just sends it live when like it doesn't give a stream pre-stream announcement. So hopefully the notifications will be getting to people. How are you tonight, Mousen? How are the
I'm
fishins? Where's our good friend?
I'm
Darth.
doing good.
Huh, it's not populating any of the chats from the chat. Hello,
That
chat.
is real weird.
Well, I mean, Rumble Studio's kind of a little buggy, or nobody's talking. It doesn't look like anyone's said anything since we hit the send button on Rumble yet. So it says we've been live for 2 minutes, though. That's fair enough.
Yeah, and we were late. Yeah, sorry, that was my fault.
Super late. I mean,
Super late.
well,
But
I mean, I didn't know. Like, if I'd have known you needed all that extra time, I would have scheduled the dang thing for 9:30.
that was I thought I had put my mic on the charger last night before I went to bed. And of course I didn't plug it into the actual wall. So just
Oh,
plugging the cord in
yeah,
doesn't
that's
do anything.
literally not helpful at all. Actually, yeah, no.
Exactly.
Arguably, there's a possibility that that could actually drain your battery more quickly.
Yeah, because when I went to sleep last night, it was like at 80%, and when I went to use them, they were at 40. So I was like, man, that's only going to give me like an hour to even maybe talk, maybe an hour before
Hello,
that goes
Chat
down.
Ninja.
Cat Ninja!
Did you know you can bring these up on the stream or
I
on
did
the?
not.
You
Oh,
see
I can
those
do
little?
that too?
Oh wait, yeah, you're not on your proper account. Like, I gotta promote this one too. You'll have all the buttons once I do. So, hold
Ew.
on. So,
Oh,
yeah, now you have all the buttons, including the big
ew.
red button at the top of the stream. Please don't touch it.
Oh, yes, that one. I see that one. Don't touch that one. And then there's
Yeah,
the leave one down there. So the two red buttons, don't push
yeah.
those.
But if you see these three little dots at the side of Cat Ninja's message over here in the live chat, there's a pin option, and you can just hit pin and then hit pin again to take it down.
Woohoo! Look at me.
So that is how that works. How are you guys doing in chat tonight? We are just looking at Smole's fishins because I'm teaching her how to exploit this very simple user interface to run her tank stream 24/7 because I don't think you have the paid version of StreamYard, so they only give you like 20 hours a month, right?
Yeah, I couldn't even stream a whole day, like
I'm
20 hours in it.
fairly certain the Rumble Studio has no buy-in. Like you could probably, I mean, there might be an upgraded like pro. I think there's Rumble Pro, which might have a different version of the studio. I hear certain creators have like a beta release of the next version, but oh look, I can bring up chats on all the platforms. Hello, Smole in the Rumble chat.
Hey, look at me.
Yeah,
I'm even
look at
chatting
you.
around. I'm
I
just
mean,
being all technical here.
look at that. We even got a view counter up in the top left corner of the fish tank. So that I don't have to go
Woo.
looking through the platforms to see that we got 13 on Rumble chilling, the Rumble gang. 4 people have found the YouTube notification. Shout outs to yous guys. I think we had one on the Twitter for a second, but I think they disappeared.
Yeah.
Shout out to the disappearing Twitter viewer. I still love you anyway, even if you left. Although
They
you
didn't
probably
want
can't hear
you.
this. I mean, they probably came for Darth doing Darth things, and then they realized that, oh, he's got a fish tank going. Oh, wait, that's Mousen's fish tank. What's he doing with? Where did he get Mousen's fish tank? They can't. I mean, they can see you down at the see your name on the tank, so that they know that this is not, in fact, me stealing your fish tank. That is actually yours.
But technically, it is the Darth tank
It
with
is the
Darth
Darth tank.
Sidious in it.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
they know. I mean, the people who are from your community know, like the fish nerd, and I mean, Cat Ninja's probably the only one, at least in my Rumble crew, that's
well,
familiar with your
thirsty
fish
knows.
tank. Oh yeah, Firsty if he's here, but I think he's busy on the weekends. He would probably be hanging out with his friends over at the Rabble Rousery if he was available, because they're doing a stream right now too, the Paul and Doug show. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Sibling Revelry is what I meant, not the Rebel Rousery, but
Oh yeah.
they're two of my favorite retards on the internet, so shout out to them. I can understand why people would be watching that. They can be funny sometimes. They really can. Oh, now this is what I'm curious about. Will it let me pin? Oh, look at that! Officially better than StreamYards now, right? Because those are my custom emojis. Did you just
Heck
unpin my
yeah.
custom emojis?
I did. I'm gonna pin it back. Let me pin it.
Custom
I'm
emoji
serious.
unpinner. Go ahead. Take it down. Put
Oh,
it back up. You
wait.
can do
Let me
it.
do it again. Haha.
Uh huh.
Look at
Cool,
that.
isn't it?
Cat Ninja doing the bop.
Hmm. Cat jab, actually, is what they call that. That's
Oh.
why it says if you actually like hover over it, or yeah, it's R plus cat jam. Because I don't know why they call it cat jam. That's a meme. I'm not a meme kid, but that is like what they call it, and it was all over like back in 2021, I think. I can't remember. Cat jam.
2021, that was like deep in the demic, and I
Yeah.
I don't remember, it's like all a blur. Like I don't remember 20 to 22 or 3. It's
Hey,
like, and
hey,
all of a sudden we're in 24.
hey, Cat Ninja! I sent you a studio link if you want to come hang out with me and the mouse and the fishins. It's in your Discord, though.
Oh, if you look at Darth Vicious,
Oh,
he had a battle,
oh,
and
battle.
yeah, and
Is
he has
is that
been
why his
doing
tail
every
looks all
gimmick.
jacked up? Is
Yeah,
that
he,
why
he got he got a
he's got a big
split in
old
his
rip in
tail.
his tail?
He got
I
his
see
tail
that
replaced
shit.
with tail. Look at what he did.
I can see
I was
that
like, "What are
shit.
you doing?" So if he doesn't calm it down, he's gonna have to go into a medic tank for about a week.
That's not. I mean, I knew he was gonna get that way because he's got a freaking attitude and he thinks he owns everything and runs everything. But
Well, yeah, he's like, I am the fish. This is my tank,
Mhm.
damn it.
Hey,
He
cool
even got
gamer,
himself a little plate up there.
welcome
See,
to our Rebel Studio party. We've commandeered the Mousey-Files fish tank, teaching her how to use Rumble Studios to stream her fish tank as many hours a night as she wants. She can just leave it running with the fishies for the people who love it and go to bed. Just set the microphone on mute and cut it, cut out, leave everybody with the fish tank for the rest of the night. Not
record some
saying that,
bubbles and let it go.
yeah, I'm not saying that she's going to do that, but she's definitely going to do that.
Oh, I'm totally gonna do that.
Does
Like
this
2 in the morning.
does this webcam that you have on the tank right now not have a microphone?
It actually does have a microphone, but see, Dave took a leap into a tank, so the
Oh,
microphone doesn't work anymore. That's why when it sounds like I'm
oh,
underwater,
it's
that's
because
why.
it selected the bootlegged webcam mic. Yeah, so if you had a different webcam with a decent mic, it would just pick up the bubbles off of the tank, probably. I mean, if it was a
Mhm.
decent mic, so you could just set the mic to that one when you walk away, and then it'll pick up the tank sounds and every other sound in your house, probably. Which maybe you don't want. Maybe a looped audio track is the way to go.
Yeah, and I need to find a way to like secure Dave so one of the cats doesn't, jump on him and knock him into the tank or another tank will be him.
Well, I don't know
'Cause
if you see the studio button on the other side of the live chat, but over here in the studio, it allows you to add media, including sound loop tracks. So I don't
Oh,
have any right now, so I can't play any, but um, I'm assuming you could just add your bubble track and then play it from there. That's how you could get away with that one.
yeah, I'm sure I could.
It's
Um,
really not a super complicated platform to use for uh what it is. I mean, like I said, StreamYard is more complicated than the Rumble, and really, like, to use Rumble Studio, all you do is go to whatever Rumble account you want and then click into the studio, and it's like 4 or 5 buttons. You can set up a stream that'll go to every platform you're active on, including your YouTube people, so all get it, and then it'll also go out on Rumble if you want it to, and like I said, I'm also streaming to the
hey,
expert, but the expert is not getting my stream. They're not watching my stream anyway. Oh, but
um,
man, the Rumble Gang is getting bigger and bigger. Like, look at that number.
oh, I've never had that many people see the tank at one time. That's
Oh,
kind of
well,
crazy.
shout out to my tiny audience well, the Rumble audience is not all my audience. The Rumble audience is actually mostly people who are just traveling through, checking out different streams. Hey, Frogget, what's up, my dude? Check it out. We're in the Rumble studio, and I stole Mousey's fish tank. It's dope. She's never ran the tank to 25 people before, but today is the day. So, maybe you should decide which channel is going to be your primary, like, Rumble channel that you use to for the streaming and the getting of people, and let people know where to find this tank because it's probably going to be coming soon if Mousy ever decides that this little oversimplified studio is actually the one she wants to go with. And for the price point, like I said, it's worth what you're gonna have to pay for it. Trust me. Like,
Oh yeah.
I
Oh
had to
sorry.
pay a whopping $0 to get the Rumble Studio up and running and link all like multi-streaming. Like, you literally have to pay for all that shit on StreamYard. Like, for me to do
Hmm.
3 point stream, I can do more than 3 points from Rumble Studio, but the version of StreamYards that I have only allows me 3 max slots out. So, like, if I wanted to add, like, for instance, TikTok streaming or streaming to Instagram or Facebook, which I don't, I have no interest in any of that. But if another platform were to come up, I would, I'd have to pay additional money to stream to more platforms, but not so with Rumble Studio. They're actually trying to integrate a way to make Rumble Studios like monetizable for the creator, like in crazy ways that you would never imagine with your YouTube channel. Like, people able to like bid on putting advertisements on your stream while you're live, and you could like run their ad and like do negotiations, run their ad like while you're live. Like, you can literally pick up sponsorship deals. That's what they're planning for anyway. That's what the CEO,
That's
Chris Pavlovsky,
crazy.
says. So yeah, when that version of the studio comes out, I'm gonna be super hyped. But also super hyped is, I don't know if you even noticed because you probably didn't, but I have picked up a whole bunch of additional subs. I'm up to 81 now in the Rumble
That
Street.
is
So we're
crazy.
getting the closing in on that 100 number, and I'm really actually like shilling for it. Like, give me a follow. Like, let's see if we can get that 100 number. Like, I got 25 people watching, like, some of the coolest heads on the internet just hanging out with the fish tank. And we might do more of these type of things if these type of things are popular, just chat and chill and hang out. I see that Chat Ninja found her invite, so
Ooh, I just wonder where the Juju is. She should have came.
I mean, I sent Bijou the link as well, so if she decides to click on it and come hang out with us in the fish tanky world, she can. If not, no pressure. I mean, I definitely didn't threaten her with a gun if she didn't show up. I would never do that.
Mm.
Oh, see, Frog, he is a Rumble partner and he gets updates. And he says supposed to be able to raid in the next week. So I'd be able to like do a stream dump to another channel. That's probably only going to work raiding like to Rumble. So I'll probably end up having to kill like YouTube and uh the Tweeter streams before I do any of the raiding. So oh nope,
Oh,
I already have Stream redirect available.
and I know
It's
on
already an
YouTube
option,
they
Frog.
finally have
Yeah.
it to where you can rate on YouTube now.
They you always could rate on YouTube, but I mean,
I did
you
not
can't
know
you
that.
couldn't always. You have been able to for a while, but you have to have like I think 500 subs minimum to raid anyone, and then they still have to
Yeah,
have raiding enabled for you to raid them. So you can't just raid randomly. Like all the
that's
things you
pretty
have to have
cool.
like numbers to do on YouTube, Rumble just automatically like super chats, memberships, all of that stuff that you need like monetization numbers for. Well, Rumble just gives you that like right away. Like, enjoy. Like here, this is for you. Like you can get super chats. I know my first super chat ever was from this very same tank owning small mouse, and
It was, it was. I was like, ooh, I can send you money.
yeah, and I was like, "Oh, damn, I don't even have that set up yet." Like, I don't have a payment out location yet on my Rumble because I didn't expect to make any money. And then I started getting more than one super chat, and it's like, "Uh-oh, you guys are gonna make me have to like go ahead and register this with my payment information so that I can collect this cash, mo." I did see adequate alcohol in the house earlier, Mr.
Mm,
Fargo. Uh,
adequate
I did
alcohol.
tell him we were gonna be late, and I told him we were gonna be like 15 minutes late, and then we were like 35 minutes late.
My
But
bad.
I mean, these things happen. What are you gonna do? What are you going to do? So
Yeah, this is real simple.
where is my fish? He's not in the shot. I mean,
Oh, hang on. Oh, here he is. He's up
I
here
can't.
chasing
Oh,
these
I was gonna
fishies.
say I can't find him. He's where's Waldo? Yeah, I don't think Cat Ninja realized that he's got the namesake because he has basically my avatar in the middle of his fin, like
Hmm.
my icon, my emblem, and Cat Ninja was like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah, look at it. It's almost identical color pattern to my like, that's why he's Darth Fishiest. Poor guy's got a ripped ass tail though. That's not cool. Like
Yeah,
that's
that's
a
been.
big ass gash too. It's not a little one. Like I noticed it
Mm-mm.
immediately. I was like, wait a minute, what the hell happened? And oh, he's fighting. No, yeah, that explains it. Well, that's what
Mm-hmm.
you get for naming him after me. He's gonna get in fights and shit.
He's like, I'm gonna get beat up.
Yeah, I mean, uh, I was hanging
He's
out
still
with.
showing that tail off though. He's like,
Yeah, of
look at it.
course,
It's
because
still
it's the
pretty.
best tail in the tank, even with a big rip in it. Eat that,
And
rest of you plecos.
the crazy thing was, I didn't even know he was coming. It
No,
was a total surprise. I didn't know what
right.
any of these fish looked like. Total random haul. Like,
Just here's random assorted fish. Enjoy.
mhm.
And one of them happened to be I Can you get a close up on that? I don't really think you can get too close up on him because my guy's a little bit erratic in his movements.
Yeah, he's the next time he swims up, I'll grab the camera and try to get a better shot of him. He just swam to the back of the tank.
I'm surprised he hasn't swam right out to the very center of the camera shot like he was doing last time you had the tank up. Or last time I saw the tank stream anyway on your channel. Like he was basically dancing between the two robots the entire time, just up and down, up and down. It's like show off is hamming for the camera. He's literally dancing for the audience. Maybe he doesn't like my audience as much, so he's not gonna dance for them. He's like, nah, I'm gonna try to bang some skirt on camera, and Biju's not even gonna be here to see it. That's gonna be so sad for everybody. I'm
He
glad you.
was
I'm glad you specified this.
I really think that he was like making sure last time that everyone knew that he had been named
Yeah.
and that he was the owner of the tank. He
Yep.
was
That's
like,
his
y'all,
tank, and he's the king fish in this environment. That's for sure.
yes,
I just
like
thought it was
absolutely.
hilarious the little display he was putting on for all your people. Like I was like, oh, what a shit weasel. I wonder how popular your tank streams are going to be on the Rumble side because the amount of people that are just looking for something different, like there's a lot of the content on Rumble is a lot of the same. Like, so this is why I've been trying to get people like that stream stuff you wouldn't expect to find on Rumble to come bring. Like, it really does. It's not much effort if you've already got streaming software to go ahead and integrate Rumble anymore. Like, it's gotten much easier, and with Rumble Studio, you can stream to every platform you already stream to anyway. Like, bring your content here and uh, let the oversaturated audience, because there's a creator oversaturation. Like we get like Rumble gets like 1/10 or 1/6 of the amount of like traffic that YouTube gets, but YouTube's got hundreds of thousands of creators, maybe millions. Like there there's more people looking to watch shit not on YouTube here on Rumble than there are people making shit here on Rumble. So there's always an audience of people just wandering the platform, checking things out, hanging out, seeing like what hits. Now you need the ninja camera skills, or she just needs one of those fancy cameras with the remotes that you can like angle the lens and zoom.
Yeah, like zooming in and out, and
I did look at a camera set for the small mouse, and but I don't think she scoffed at the like $134,000 price ticket on the professional camera, like Hollywood level camera setup in 4K. We couldn't sell her on it, guys. I told her to put it on her Amazon wish list. What's the worst that could happen?
that is
uh,
true. I mean,
uh,
that is true.
and as much as I love Squab, I don't think he's gonna bite on the $130,000 Hollywood level camera.
Yeah, I don't think anyone is really.
Yeah, probably not. There's my guy, right in the middle, with his torn ass tail.
Man, I still can't believe that happened. I mean, it was
I
like
can.
last
He's
night he was fine, and then bam, I was like,
Cat
what?
Ninja. Do you see that guy right there in the middle? He's right between the two
Right
with
by
the
the wood.
torn tail. Yeah, right by the wood between the two robots. Nice swimming up. There, he's putting his tail on display perfectly just for you right now.
He's like, look
Rewind
at
it
it.
if you
It's
need
so
to.
pretty.
Yep, that's definitely my avatar. That's the first thing I noticed when I tuned in that day, and I was like, "Oh wow, that he looks like me." And then I found out his name. I was like, "Oh wow, he is me. Oh, I am a fish." And now, last time I did a stream on Friday, the squab man, he just kept calling me a fish, and I'm like, "No, that's Darth Fishius. He's not the same guy." Silly squabble.
Well, he does have a lot, he does have a lot of your characteristics, though.
Hmm.
He
He's a
is
show
badass.
off. He's cocky as hell. He's a giant old flirt with all the ladies, and he's kind of an asshole who will pick a fight with you and then lose and then still talk shit. How
Exactly.
you gonna pick a fight, get beat up, and keep talking shit? Uh, you don't know. Now you know. Doesn't
See,
he look
perfect
like me,
fish.
Pat? He looks just like me, I swear. So yeah, this is how the Rumble Studio works, and I think a few more minor feature adjustments, and I will prefer it to the studio for the StreamYard studio. But I do have a really good idea that by the time April rolls around and I am supposed to be paying another year, I don't think I will. I think I'll just use this. Tis.
That little guy that's always following Darth, the little guy, because
Yeah.
that's a guy too. That's Firsty.
Firsty is my shadow. Hello, Mr.
Yeah.
Firsty. I figured you would be over with the fellas that the Paul and Doug show. But it's good to see you here, hanging out with the mouse and Mr. Hideous in the fish tank. She got a fish named after me, the one with the torn tail right there that's flirting with all the fishes. Cat Cat Ninja also probably needs a namesake in your tank too, but I think these kind of things have to be like they're they they declare themselves in their time. You don't select them. Like you didn't pick that one to be Darth Hideous. That one is Darth Hideous. His name was chosen when he was born. Darth Fishious, I mean, you know,
hmm And he got sent this way, and he ended up in this
right?
tank. So
He
just
sure
the way
did.
it happens.
It was definitely meant to be, not a
See, there's
coincidence.
little Firsty. He's chasing the big girl.
uh,
Man, they're all chasing her. Man,
yeah. I mean, when you like them curvy ones, what are you gonna do?
that was yeah. They're just oh okay. See, here's something you don't know about fish. When they are trying to mate, they dance.
Yep,
So
mine was
those little boys, they're dancing.
mine would be dancing, but he's got a big old rip in his fin. It's kind of annoying him right now. I can tell. I think he
Yeah,
just might
he's
want to
not very
get
happy
into a
about that.
fight. No, he's not. He looks like he might want
No,
to get into a fight.
no, actually, he's giving it a good shake up there. He's like, I'm just gonna do it off camera so no one can see me.
Well, I could say one thing. The first time I really tried to test Rumble Studios, I didn't set my inputs directly like I had for my system, my actual laptop itself, and my mic cut out like after 10 minutes and then wouldn't cut back in. But ever since I moved the audio settings to the headset and the microphone like locked in place, I haven't lost any audio this whole half hour we've been going. So at least I solved one issue that I had the first time I did this. And now that we got the tank up, there's like literally something for people to look at. Although I suppose when I do the like reading streams, I can just use the presentation option to send send the book with the screen share. So there's that.
Oh no. I just noticed all this stuff up at the top. I was like, how did I just miss all those five little boxes?
Oh, the little different display options.
Yeah,
Well, you didn't have them until I made you a moderator, and now you have all, like I said, all the buttons. You can literally even end the stream Please don't. Please, unless you are until you are ready, and then once the stream is over, you can push the button if you want to. I don't care. Just don't push it right now because
I
it will
looking
work.
around though, I did notice that it's cool that you can have like 9 participants,
Yeah,
like just from the beginning.
absolutely. Another thing that you don't have to pay for, like you have to pay for, it gives you 10 with StreamYard, but you only get 6 with the free version. This gives you 9 for free, so.
Yeah, that's kind of
And
crazy.
I like the idea of 9 better than 10 because it sits on the screen like the Brady Bunch, 3, 3, and 3. Like if you
Yeah.
I'll add them all with cameras on, but imagine 9 voices going here with no cameras on the screen, just the fish tank. The cacophony of chaos that would be.
Oh, that would be a little bit of chaos right there.
A little bit more than I would want to deal with. But lucky for me, I don't have 9 friends. So, crisis averted. I got like 3, 4 friends maybe. They're super dope and I love them, but I don't have a lot of friends. I like to keep my circle small and with no one in it. Team no
You
friends.
stay out of you stay out of trouble that way. I
I
mean,
mean, you really do. Took me a long time to realize that, like, a lot of the trouble I got into was directly correlated to the people I had around me. And when I stopped having them around me, a lot of that trouble went away.
crazy how that works.
Crazy, isn't it? So, I have it on good authority that you may have eaten half an edible before this stream started.
I did. It was
Ooh,
actually well, it was a
how's that
mint.
feel?
I'm
A mint?
actually feeling pretty good. Yeah.
Like an
I
Andes mint? Like a chocolate?
no,
Like a
more
Tic Tac?
like an Altoid.
Oh, like an Altoids. Wow, that's
Yeah.
an infused Altoids. I would not like that, probably. I mean, the idea doesn't sound good to me. Oh, wow, we got 32 people
I
watching
was
the tank. That's a
I
record.
know, right? That is a record. That many people at once have never seen these fish. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, especially since some of them are new.
Yeah. And I'm still working on it, so
I wonder
it's
where
gonna
Fish
change
Nerd
quite a bit.
is.
Um,
He's gonna love the fact that you're learning to use the Rumble Studio to your advantage. Like he
yeah.
follows my YouTube. Like I've seen him show up for my show quite often. Like he didn't know that this pop-up surprise stream was going to be coming because I didn't tell anybody that the stream was coming, and that was a mistake because when you told me like, "Are we still doing the stream?" I was like, "The fuck you talking about doing a stream?" I scroll up a little bit. I was like, "Oh yes, the Rumble test. I forgot we were doing that this weekend." It's a good thing you reminded me because I would have completely blanked that one out.
I almost forgot too, because like I've been up since like 4 this morning, and I was
Oh
like, I was supposed to
dear.
do something today. I was like, what was I supposed to do today? And then I was like, I gotta check. I like went through and checked. I was like, that's what I was supposed to do today.
Oof,
It's pretty
did.
bad when you have to go through all of your messages and be like, okay, I know I told someone I was doing something today. What did I
Right.
do?
Eh, we have forgotten. This might be pretty close to my peak record of viewership for my channel on Rumble as well. Like with rocking 31 simultaneous. That's about like the biggest audience I've ever had. So shout out to the fish tank crew. Like,
Heck yeah.
don't get used to it. This is not actually my tank, and I don't actually have one. So, but
Not yet.
when Mousy decides which channel she's going to actually put her stuff on, we'll make sure that anyone who's a fan gets the information because there's going to be lots more streaming coming up than there previously was, maybe allegedly. We will
Well,
see.
let's see. Let me see which
I don't
ones.
want to speak for the Mousy and make a bunch of promises I can't keep.
Well, since we tried this tonight and it seems to be working so well,
Uh,
then maybe I will try streaming this to Rumble and YouTube tomorrow night when I do my normal Sunday weekly fish tank
yeah, you're going
stream.
to be so surprised at just how seamless the setup is. Like I said, there's the one thing that I don't like about it, and that's like it will propagate like the upcoming uh on Rumble, but it won't on YouTube. So people aren't going to know that you have that stream coming up until it goes live, and then it's just going to be poof into existence the moment that countdown timer ends. The one that went when we first sent the stream, you know? So that's the one thing I
Yeah.
don't like. They might be able to fix that at some point. So far as I know, they haven't yet, but we will see at some point, like, how that goes. I don't know. I'm a fan of the thing. Like I said, it's got a few minor, just little things that are like, oh man, that would be better if that were a feature. But uh, that's why there's this little, see this little question mark down here at the bottom right? If you click that, it'll bring up another page, and that's the help center.
Oh, I
And
see that.
the very first thing they got is the support ticket, or the feedback ticket, then the support ticket. So I have filled out a lot of suggestions in the feedback thing as they've come up to me. So hopefully they'll take those suggestions and feedbacks to heart and get us these features that StreamYards does, that they make us pay for, and keep giving everything to us for free 99 because they want to crush YouTube at this game, and apparently they wanted to crush StreamYards too. So who would have known?
Yeah. I mean, so,
I'm
well, no
all
wonder they are.
for it, but let's go. Huh? That's not cool. Stop proper. Oh wait,
What happened?
no, it didn't. My chat froze.
Oh,
I was like, "Where's my chat, yo?" We got Liquor's back. Hold on, we got a whole bunch of people in the chat now that I didn't see before. Look at my man's Leeby has shown up. Hey, Leebs. Sorry, my guy. Well, you're not a
yeah.
mod, and there's no need to block first shot if you are one of my mods. So, all the fish are speaking. Hold on, I seen Mild in the chat. Mild from Mild's Culture Play. Check Mild 111 out on Rumble if y'all are in my Rumble viewership. Go ahead and click on that guy and click on Cool Frog, the Rumble partner, and check those guys out on Rumble also. This is like, because I looked in the chat and I've seen this and I couldn't see it in my chat box on the studio, and I realized that it had stopped scrolling for me. Like, I was like, oh, that's cool that it'll actually hold chat where I leave it instead of continuously scrolling, but I better be aware that it does that.
Yeah, I guess in time they will, get it all together. Little
Yes,
hiccups.
Sleepy.
To be
That is
expected.
exactly what it is. It is a StreamYard alternative, and it's a pretty darn good one. It's got its issues. There's a few things missing. But for the price they charge you, $0, it's way cheaper than paying for the upgraded StreamYard, and it gives you like unlimited streaming. It gives you all the features that like the basic upgrade, the $20 a month one for StreamYard gives you for basically free. So wait a minute, I see Maddie. I did. I did see a Maddie. Hello, Mr. Maddie. If Darth got a tank, the fish would OD from the air entrainment bubbler. Oh, because I would turn the fish tank into a bong. My fish would be so baked all the time and then just dead. Cat Ninja likes the energy of Darth Hideous and the small mouse, and I don't disagree. Like, I like streaming with Mousy. I also like streaming with Bijou. I like streaming with Div, and I like streaming with the Kitty Ninja.
Yeah, we need
I
to have a
even
big,
I
big
even
party.
show up and stream with Great Liquor, Squaw Bob, and Cool Frog. Like, people are fun to stream with.
Yeah, I didn't know y'all were streaming on Sunday night. I was like, man,
Yeah,
I should really head over there after I get done streaming.
Yeah, we do the Exploring Spirituality on my channel and Frogs, but only on the Rumble side. So anybody who's watching in YouTube who wants to catch us talk about Jesus, it's Cool Frog and Lady Frog, his wife, myself, Squab, uh, usually Digger 420 has been joining us, and we might possibly have another guest this weekend. It's kind of late where that guy lives, so may or may not see him depending. But yeah, it's usually a really good conversation. We're talking about the book of Matthew, just reading through it, and I've got a bunch of highlighted scriptures from the book of Matthew that really, really like speak to like the fundamentals of my relationship with Christ. So like I consider a lot of the scriptures in there amongst them the most important and favorite ones of mine, at least. So yeah, that's the Exploring Spirituality stream on Sunday, right here on Rumble only, and Frogs Rumble also only.
Cool. I'll have to come and hang out with y'all.
Yeah. Grace Case said she would love to hear us do that, and I think she was really disappointed when she found out it was going to be Rumble exclusive and that I wasn't going to be able to, because it Frog is the one who actually hosts it, so I can stream to, but because he can only stream to three places, like I can stream to one, he streams to one, and then that other one is like kind of not being used, like, but like, I wouldn't be able to stream to all my platforms on his damn show. Like that'd be. I was asking for a lot when I said, "Man, I'm gonna need to be able to restream this to my audience because they're gonna love it." That was asking a lot in the first place. It's like I need to restream this to all my audiences, even though you don't. Yeah, that's asking too much. I get it.
Well, compromises, they got to be made sometimes.
They do. They do. But
Man,
this is uh, this is the
this
deal we
is
made.
not, yeah,
Oh,
this is
so
fun.
Sammy will at least be there in chat. He was there in chat last week. He was on a show. He was on a show with Divinity talking Bible with Nova and Div, and I'm like, oh boy, he seems very genuine kid. Real young guy. He's like in his early 20s, and he's from the UK, but he's just finding Jesus and he's trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Well, my parents, we weren't really raised very religious.
Hmm.
So they were kind of like, if you want to learn about religion, here you go. Go go figure it out.
Yeah, you do that on your own time. That's how my parents were too. They were very hands offish when it came to like teaching us kids anything about like religion or politics, really. Like we had to kind of figure our own stuff out. They came out with one anarchist and two communists. So I would say they lost.
Well, I mean, I get like in my parents' situation, like I get it because they have their own issues, but they also didn't want to make choices for us either.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
That's I think
it was an upside and a downside
I think
to
that's
it.
what my parents' justification for it was too. Well, at least my mother's. My father would have had his kids do everything in his very militaristic fashion, except for when it came to doing his responsibility of actually being a dad, in which case couldn't be bothered, but we could do everything the way he wanted, and if we didn't like it, we could see him l- often flip into a psychotic rage and like a very violent tempered man. Like it's like, oh yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be doing all of that though. I think I'm just gonna, fuck off and not talk to you anymore, guy. Mm.
Ooh, yeah. My parents were, I don't know, they didn't really have like well, no, I don't know. I don't know. My parents were a lot older than like everyone else's parents I had. Like all my other friends. 'Cause my mom was like 41-ish when she had me, and my
Oh,
dad was
wow.
52.
Yeah, that's late. That's late in the
That's
game.
late in life, yeah.
That is late
So
in the game.
yeah, so they were they were a lot older. They had a lot different views from most of the other parents, so it was real
Yeah,
interesting.
understandable. Like, my mom was 19 when she had me, and I think she was done with her whole, uh, litter, the 3 of us, by 25. She did it the correct way. Get all the baby having out of the way early so that, like, by the time they're, like, sustainable on their own, like, you're still relatively young enough to live your best life not raising the kids anymore. 'Cause who wants to be raising kids when they're 60, really? Nobody.
Well, yeah, because
Except
like
your
my
parents.
dad, well, my dad passed away at 64, and I
Oh,
was
no.
like 18.
Yeah.
I had to like do the math, but when I was 18, he passed away. He was in his 60s, and yeah, so I didn't even know my dad really, and my mom died when I was in my 30s. So I
Oofed.
was like, man, I don't want to have kids that late in life. That's just
Right.
not the way to go. I was like, I want to actually spend time with my kids.
Yeah. I wish I
So
coulda had kids at some point in my life. That would've been cool.
you
But
still could.
you gotta find the right one. No, 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 no. When, uh, I wanna have, uh, my kids. I don't wanna have her kids. And there's actually a very, very low percentage chance that I will ever have kids, so
Well, yeah. I mean,
other
yeah,
there's other things.
there's like other way. Like I steal kids now. I straight up just
Don't
kidnap them.
say that on the fucking internet. This is allegedly, she's being facetious.
Allegedly,
These are
I
jokes,
don't do that. That's a joke. That is a total
Yeah,
joke. I
like,
babysit. I'm
right,
a
that's better,
babysitter,
yeah.
so
Like, "Hey
that's what I say.
hey, you can leave your kid here because kids entertain me."
Yes,
Yeah.
like leave your kid with me, pay me to do it, and then I'll
Oh,
give them
absolutely.
back. You can have your kid
And
back.
they'll only be slightly broken when I do. It's a hell of a deal. You can't
Yeah,
pass it up.
it's like they might be a little warped when you get them back, but they'll be okay. They'll shake that off.
Yeah, they'll be alright. Just a question for the audience since there's so many people watching, like, how is my audio? Because StreamYards has great audio adjustments. Rumble Studio doesn't have audio adjustments, so I don't know how loud or quiet my input is.
That
I'm
is a
assuming it's
downside.
just I'm assuming it's auto-regulating. Nobody has said that my audio levels are awful in the chat, so if it was too quiet, they would have said something. If I was loud as fuck, they would have said something. But
Very true.
I got an audio good from Mr. Liquor, so thank you, Mr. Liquor and Mr. Shot. Firsty, my guys. Oh, that's funny, my guy. Uh, like First Shot said, he's 51% sure his kids are his. Those those kids that he has possession of are actually his. He's definitely 51% sure. Okay, we both sound great. That is lovely. Like I was gonna say, you sound perfect, perfectly balanced to me. So
Yeah, you're coming
thank
good
you
today.
all.
Neat.
Clear as vodka, the good kind of vodka, not the kind you make in the toilet and in the prison. Darth, you sound like you're underwater. Well, that's because I'm a fish. Squab,
He
I
is. He's
am
right there.
underwater. See? Darth
Oh
Fishiest.
wait, where is he?
Swimming
Where'd he go?
around
He
the
was just.
tank.
Would you get back down
Yeah,
there, buddy?
I know you would. First shot. You look out for me. There I am,
Hey,
over
look!
here.
I called. There he was.
Yeah, you just dropped down. Like what? Okay. You see me? I'm going back up here. There's girls up here. I got business to get to. Next time you see me drop down into frame, I'm gonna be doing the fishy. And by that I mean the sex. And everyone's gonna have to watch. Oh man, where is Bijou? Like
Yeah, you know what? Let me see if I can find her. Like, where is she? Get your butt in here.
She doesn't have to come on stream if she doesn't want to, but no Biju in the chat is weak. Hey,
Yeah.
Grace! Look, it's Grace Case.
Hey,
Wave.
Grace.
Yeah. See, like I said, uh my YouTube audience is gonna get the notification at some point that I've borrowed the small mouse's fish tank for this Rumble test because I wanted to see if we could run it super easy so that Mouse could run more fish tank stream for free because Rumble doesn't charge you hours like stupid StreamYards does. Hell, you could
Man,
even get the fish tank monetized because, like I said, you don't need to reach stupid arbitrary levels of followership on Rumble to be monetized. So imagine like you go to sleep and your fish tank gets super chats while you're sleeping. I'm just saying that's a possibility that could happen. That would be like that's the hack right there. Like people super chatting the fish tank. Like, oh man, I love the fish. Plecos and
that'd be
snails,
great.
baby. Plecos and snails.
Oh, and I'm trying to figure out ways to get like because I got three
Oh
tanks
no.
total, right? So I kind of want to get like all three of them going at the same time.
Oh man, that I don't know if they're gonna let you have that many camera inputs on Rumble Studio.
Well, what I would like to try to do is find a way if like there's a way you can like bounce between them.
I actually oh well, there is a switch for that you can get that will give you a single input and then you can uh basically it's like a splitter. You just plug all the cameras into it and then it's probably got like settings where you can like automate switching like on timers and shit. But I not that I don't have all sorts of camera setups. I only know this because I follow Limpy. He's a guy who does he films a lot of like drag racing and stuff, like no prep racing and street racing. He runs a 3 camera setup that's got like a starting line camera and there's a half track and then finish line cam. And he has to use that. He manually basically flips between the cameras when the races are going. Oh shit! Cheers. Yeah,
Hmm.
OBS Studio also has capabilities of multiple camera input feeds, and then you could use an OBS overlay in Rumble Studio, I believe. Hold on, let me check that and make sure. Uh, theme, edit. Yes, there are. There's no custom overlays yet, but maybe at some point.
Yeah,
I know that
and
there's ways to integrate like OBS with things, but I'm not an OBS guy. Like OBS is more work than
yeah,
oh
well,
shit,
and
I
I
love
was
that.
trying to do OBS once before, and of course, you know, the laptop I had before now, it was just not gonna do
Yeah, it was
that.
joke. It was yeah, that joke was never gonna run OBS. That shit barely ran StreamYard. Barely.
Yeah, it barely
This new
ran.
yeah, this new system is actually running everything so much better.
Yeah, like even the camera runs better on it
Oh
than
yeah,
the
because
other
it's got more
one.
memory. Like, hey, first one shot's day job is fed slash topless fish tank cleaner. Like, I'd hire him. I don't have a fish tank, but I'd hire him. So yeah, I mean, it's got a few things about it that I like better than StreamYards. There's a few things about it that it's like, man, StreamYards has got that. I wish you did too. But other than that, like audio avatars is just such a simple thing. Like, if if I don't have like a camera on, people can't see me on the stream, but they can hear me. They know I'm here, which is why I like the fact that you brought the fish tank, and I was really happy to do this because at least like while we're sitting here and having a chat, we can have the fish. Mousy
Yeah.
passive income tank for the win. Like, imagine a self-sustaining fish tank. Like, you just get thousands of followers on your fish tank channel on Rumble, and all of a sudden, like, everyone is supporting it monetarily. Like, imagine that universe.
I know, that's crazy. And see,
Yeah, it's like,
I guess all of the snails finally got the munchies because they've all come down to eat now.
yeah, is
Everyone's
that what they're
munching.
doing? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I see them moving ever so slightly up and down, like as they walk along, just munching. So
yeah, I
that's
scattered a bunch of
cool.
food right there.
What
Like
about that
here.
guy in the back? It doesn't look like he's come down. That one right in the middle there.
Oh, that's because there was a piece of food on that leaf, so he's up
Oh,
there
so he's just
eating that one.
yeah. I'm eating right here. Like I'll go down there when I'm done eating up
Yeah,
here.
like this is my dinner right here.
I didn't know that they could swim up so efficiently because I remember watching your tank at one point. There was one that was just like doing backflips up and down in the bubbles, and I
Yeah.
was like, wow. That looks like so much fun, and I would throw up so bad if I did that. Uh, but it did look like a lot of fun.
Well,
Sleeping while the fishes earn the dollars.
the one thing I didn't know about aquatic snails was they actually keep
Uh,
a bubble of air in their shell and they
oh,
can move it. And
oh,
if they want to go to the top of the tank, they just move that bubble of air and let
and
go and they just
and it
float up.
basically it's a float. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
that's really actually super cool. And I didn't know that either until just now. But a built-in flotation, that's awesome. Like,
And every
man,
so often you'll see them at the top of the tank because mystery snails are different from a lot of other aquatic snails. They
right?
actually have a lung and a gill, so
Ooh,
they can breathe air and water.
wow, that's cheating.
Yeah, so they go up to the top
Man,
and they'll
I want a gill hack. Like, can I when they put in a Neuralink, can they make it like give my brain impulses that'll grow gills in the side of my neck? Like, I want to breathe air still, but I also want to breathe water.
have the ability to do both. And yeah, but they'll go up there and they'll put this little siphon out of the water and fill up with air and then just pop back down in the tank and float along. That's how they can parasail so slowly. And if they want to get from one side of the tank to the other, you can actually see them like, you know,
Deflating their little float
yeah, their little
balloon.
air bubble. Yeah, and they can go slower or faster depending on where they want to get.
I mean, it makes perfect sense. Like, you can that's how they float stuff up and down. Like when you do those underwater diving, like the underwater welders and stuff, they use like
Mhm.
controllable floats like that. The more air you put in, the faster that thing's going up. But like if you need to like lower something down slowly, you put less air in and it'll go slow. Uh, Depending on how heavy the thing is, you might need to put a lot more air in just to slow it down. But usually that's
Yeah.
used for like sending things up. Like if you're emergency, you pull your float vest and inflate, and then boom up to the surface, and hope your eardrums don't blow all the way out when it happens.
Hmm.
Which is
Yeah.
very dangerous if you go too deep under the water.
Yeah. My dad was in the Navy and he was an underwater welder.
Ah,
And he was like, you can't, if you go too slow or too fast, you can end up getting sick. Or
oh
come
yeah,
up too fast, you can get sick.
oh,
I
100%.
was like, I
The
was like,
amount of
I can't.
like how fast the pressure changes, yeah,
Mhm.
you can get really sick and you're at real risk of doing permanent damage to your hearing because some people have had their eardrums blown completely out doing that.
Oh,
Like you're in you're deep sea diving, like deep sea diving, and like you're something goes wrong with your oxygen tank, like you're sending it and you're going up like at I can't remember. It's an alarming rate with those emergency vests, like 400 something feet per second or whatnot, or minute, whatever. I don't know how fast it is, but it's ridiculously fast and it's really dangerous if you're down there too far. So yeah, that these things are a thing, but I've never been like that kind of diving. I've done like some snorkeling depth diving, but never anything like this serious.
I can barely swim, so I swim vicariously through the fish. So, you know.
I used to love to swim. Like, I'm probably not nearly as strong of a swimmer as I used to be, but when I was young, I really loved it. Oh, look, we're live on X. Darth Hideous is hosting party time with Mousey-Files in the Rumble studio.
Heck yeah.
Dope.
Oh, and there was so because Cat Ninja had just said smart snails,
You're a scuba
and
diver?
that's really funny because uh snails don't have a brain.
Oh,
I don't think I believe that really, but
so they're like
um
women. I had to.
oh,
I had to.
I know I walked right into that one.
You knew I wasn't gonna let that one get past. Like,
I knew it.
snail brain. I'm gonna start calling all my favorite women that. Like, you have brain like aquatic snail. I don't think worms have brains either. Or if they
Yeah,
do, they have like a
you know.
very tiny brain.
Well, they'd have to have it on both ends because cut a worm in half and they just grow a new body. You
Or
have two
die.
worms.
I mean, I used to think that too, but then I would cut them in half and put them on a fish hook and they would just die.
Well, yeah, that's because you put them on a hook.
And then threw them in the water and fish ate them. Imagine.
Exactly.
Imagine. So yeah, if you cut
Imagine
a worm in
that.
half, it doesn't grow a new body, y'all. It goes on the hook and then goes in the water and gets eaten by fishes.
Oh, and you know what? You don't even really have to cut it in half. You can just throw a worm in a tank, and those fish will tear it up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like the moment they realize there's something in there, that worm is food in their opinion.
Hmm.
Especially if the fish happens to be my two favorite species of sport fish, which are large and smallmouth bass.
Or
They eat
my favorite
earthworms.
wild type live
Yeah, I
bear
did.
is Scipia.
Oh man, I have not seen Chef Shane around in a bit. Me and this guy played Call of Duty Mobile for a couple of days, and he's been playing for like maybe a month now. He's better than me already. It's like gross. I was hard carrying him when we played, but now I'm looking at his record going to legendary, and I'm like, I'm not even gonna bother chasing you anymore, my guy. Uh, now if I were to go play with him, he would have to hard carry me. Yeah, we're having a great stream. Got my friend Mousey-Files here. She's got her fish tank. Think she's going to start bringing her fish tank to Rumble. I'm trying to convince her. So this is kind of like a tour of the Rumble studios. I'm trying to sell her on the idea. And so far, I think we're making progress of selling the Rumble side. Because she already does this on YouTube and she's got hundreds of followers, but how many more could you have if you also were on Rumble?
That is very true.
You
Well, I
are
guess we will
actually
find
a
out tomorrow.
super productive. Oh man, that's what we should do. We should get first shot, myself and Shane, and we should all play some Call of Duty Battle Royale snipers. Sniper BR. I'm kidding. Is it Chief? I thought it was Chef. No, it says Chef right there, dude. Squabs can't read. You have not seen the Rumble Studio yet? It's like StreamYards, but it's more simplified. I don't think you use StreamYards. I use OBS, don't you? Because it looks like you use like something like OBS on your channel. But yeah, it's more like StreamYards, only way oversimplified. Like there's, it doesn't have nearly the type of features that OBS has. So if you've already gone through all the onerous bullshit of learning how to use that damn software, you might just want to stick with OBS because that's free too. It's just a pain in the ass to learn all the different things and what they do. And then they keep adding new shit because it's open source. So there's so many like plugins and shit you can get for OBS. Who knows? Maybe now that you've got a decent PC that could run OBS, Mousy, you might want to look into learning that one again.
Yeah. I mean, I could now,
It's
you know,
also
just
free.
that is true. That is
Hmm.
true.
I do like the Rebel Studios though, and if what they are doing or what they are saying that they're planning to do comes to fruition, I don't have any damn clue how much that would benefit me with like the advanced monetization stuff. But just having the option available would be more beneficial, I believe, than not having it, right? Like it can't be of any benefit to you if you don't have it, but if you do have it, it might at some point. Somebody might want to put an advertisement on your stream to the 30 something people watching the fish tank.
That is very true. Very true.
So yeah, I
Well,
mean,
I guess tomorrow I will do my first test of the Rumble Studio on my own and stream it
yay.
to Rumble and the YouTubes. Now that I know how to actually use it.
Yeah, it's not hard. I mean, even a boomer can do it. In fact,
Well,
it
I'm
will
not a
even take.
boomer.
Yeah, see, even better. Even not a boomer can do
Okay.
it. Well, we've been here for about an hour. We got a good test in. People got to see the fishies, and I got to hang out with everybody for a bit. You wanna call it a show, or like, do you want to keep going?
Yeah.
We could hang out all
I
night. Like,
guess let's yeah,
I'm
I
good
mean
with it.
normally if it was a regular Saturday I would, but I
Uh-huh.
am real tired.
Yeah, you've been
So
up since
I
4 in
guess
the
let's
morning, so
yeah, it's been a long day.
yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm good with calling it a night and trying it again on my own tomorrow. I mean, you know, I'll just yell at you if I need help. Be like, Dork, come save me. You know, like I normally do.
Oh, he uses Streamlabs. That's the fancy shit too. I'm pretty sure that shit's expensive. I can't remember. I was told multiple different options on things to use.
Yeah, I tried Restream once,
Yeah,
and
Restream is trash.
the first time I used it, it was great. Worked
Mhm.
is like the first time you use it, it works good. Try to
But,
use it again, down, yep,
uh
down the toilet.
yeah. Well, you were also running on a trash machine that probably can't handle Restream either.
Yeah, that is
Could
true too.
could barely handle being turned on and running the desktop.
Literally the day I got the new laptop, the next day I tried to turn the crap top 5000 on and it would not come on anymore. No matter how much I tried, like I've not been able to turn it back on.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing you got a new one because we knew that thing wasn't going to live much longer anyway.
Yeah. Yes, I was very, very, very thankful to get the new one. It's like,
Shout
man,
out
like
to
the squab.
everyone's bestest buddy, Mr. Squabbles, for taking care of making sure Small Mousy has a great stream going forward.
Yes, I am very grateful for that.
Yep.
'Cause it's like a whole new world.
Dang, we got almost up to 40 viewers on Rumble and we're taking off. Shout out to the 36 people watching. Hit the follow button if you haven't. Hit the thumbs up button. 7 watching on YouTube's. Y'all already hit the subscribe button, but make sure that it's still hit. Wait, what? What are you WTFing, sir? Oh, that we're taking off when I have so many people with their eyes on? Yeah, I know. It's crazy. But I mean, this Mousie's been up since like 4 in the morning, and I'm not gonna keep her here. And uh, this was just a test, so I could do a sales pitch for the Rumble Studio, and it seems like it was a successful pitch. So we are I think we're done with the demonstration.
Yeah.
I will see you all tomorrow here on Rumble and also on Cool Frog's Rumble channel as well. And I'll be back on Monday on the three platforms for another segment, part 6 of the Art of Worldly Wisdom. So, love you, chat. See you all in the next episode. And, Mousy, you want to tell them all goodbye and then hit the big red button?
Absolutely. Bye, y'all. See y'all later.
Take,
Bye.
take care. Bye bye now. Be safe